Hey guys, David from PassTheGuitar.live here, and today we're going to be talking about guitar tabs. I'm going to show you everything you need to know about them so you can start reading them and learning your favorite songs and join this gigantic group of guitarists that love guitar tabs. So if you are ready, you know the drill. Let's waste no more time and dive right in. Guitar tabs is a type of music notation made for guitars, obviously in the name, but actually for any string fretted instrument, also electric bass, ukulele, and so forth. It's made to help read music because traditional music notation can be a bit challenging for guitars, specifically because for one given note, you can find a variety of places to play it on the guitar. So for example, the middle C, that for a pianist, you have one key to play right in the middle of the piano, right at that center of the piano. That same note on the guitar can be played on the second string, first fret, third string, fifth fret, fourth string, 10th fret, fifth string, 15th fret, sixth string, 20th fret. Quite a lot of places, right? So it makes it very difficult to even decide where you're gonna play that specific note that you were reading on traditional music notation. By no means I'm saying that traditional music notation is not good. I do know how to read and it's very important to learn, but for a guitarist, tabs can be extremely helpful. The reason why is instead of the 5 lines that we see on traditional notation, on tabs you're gonna find 6 lines. And those 6 lines represent the 6 strings on the guitar. Look at that. Super nice, right? 6 lines, 6 strings. It becomes more visual with this instrument here. So one more thing that you need to know with these lines is that the bottom line represents the thickest string, the low E, the 6th string. And the top line represents the thinnest string, the high E, the first string. And although it may seem backwards because when you look at a guitar, your thickest string is on the top and your highest string is on the bottom, on tabs, you have it just like traditional notation. The lowest notes are on the bottom. So think of low, the low E, the thick string, low, are on the bottom. And as you go up, you get higher and you get higher in pitch. So you go to the thinnest strings and the high treble sound strings, first string. So that can be a way that you can remember that on the bottom you have the 6th string and the top line is the first string. Another very important piece of information that you find on tabs are the numbers that you see written on one of these 6 lines. Those numbers represent the fret that you're gonna press on that specific string. So let's take a look at some examples here. On this first one, you see on the top line there is a number 3. So on the top line, you know the top line is the thinnest string, is the first string, and the number 3 represents the 3rd fret. So you're gonna go to the 3rd fret and play that note. That's basically what it is. Now in this example here, you see a 0 on the second to the lowest line. And that second to the lowest line is the 5th string. And 0 means that we're gonna play that string open with no fingers, so not pressing anywhere. That's it. Another common example is this one here. You see a lot of numbers written stacked up vertically. You see numbers here actually on all of the lines, which means that you're gonna play all of the strings at the same time on those specific frets. So the lowest line, which is the 6th string, the bottom thickest string, you're playing 0, which is open. And then you have a 2 on the 5th string. And then you have a 2 on the 4th string. Now you see a 1 on the 3rd string. And then on the top 2 lines, with the strings number 1 and 2, you see zeros. And that's literally an E major chord. And you're gonna play this chord all at once. Another way we can see chords written on tabs is when they are arpeggiated. So instead of being strummed all at the same time, they're going to be played one note at a time. So in the example here, you see on the top line a number 2, on the second line you see a number 3, third to the top you see a number 2, and on the fourth line, which is the third from the bottom, actually, you see a 0. And that means on the fourth string you're going to play a 0, and then on the third string you're going to play on 2nd fret, on the 2nd string you're going to play the 3rd fret, and on the 1st string, the top line, you're going to play on the 2nd fret. And that's a D major chord arpeggiated because you're starting from the 4th string playing 0, and then 3rd string 2, and 2nd string 3, and 1st string you play on the 2nd fret. You can also find guitar tabs written with the numbers and the rhythm that you're going to play those numbers, those notes. And it can look like this one here, where you see the numbers, or you also see the rhythm written underneath. And although that can be super helpful, it is very confusing for beginners. So I highly recommend you stick to learning the numbers, the notes, in which strings and which frets you're going to be playing, and listen to the sound of how they play on the record, on the track, on the recording, and try to mimic the rhythm that you're hearing. And you're going to be doing some ear training by doing that as well. And when your rhythm foundation and rhythm reading gets to a better level and catches up with your playing, you'll be able to also utilize that, which I find to be very, very helpful, but I know that that can be very confusing for a beginner. And that's a wrap for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned more about guitar tabs. And now that you know how to read, you can start playing your favorite guitar riffs and songs. My name is David, and I'll see you guys on the next video.